Hello there, and welcome to the 43rd episode of Strategic Zoomcast. You're looking at Kimbo Mudslice's Combat Engineer Squad. Kimbo who? This Kimbo. Kimbo Mudslice, who's currently rank 1 as all 5 1 versus 1 factions, and 2 versus 2 arranged team rank 1 with Prodigali for both allies and Axis. He's a 6-time Grandmaster. That Kimbo. He's teaming today with 158934674, who's a very competent random 2 versus 2 player. They were up against the tournament contender team, Dzaraa and Rutra, who consistently get to semi-finals in tournaments. So it's a very interesting game between two decent, well, extremely good 2 versus 2 random players versus an arranged team and tournament hopefuls. Must be noted as well, Kimbo himself won the most recent 2 versus 2 tournament, that big one for a hell lot of money. So Kimbo is the Soviets, he's locked in shock rifle frontline tactics. His teammate Numbers is as the Brits. He's got his first engagement over here versus Dzaraa, it looks like, who's gone for OKW. Rutra, who's now coming up against Kimbo for the first time in the center here, he also is OKW. So it's Soviets and Brits versus double OKW. We've got a Kubel out for Rutra. We've got Dzaraa going for an entire Foats Grenadier beast-based build. And as you may have heard, this is Strategic Zoom Cast. And what's the point in this then? Why do I cast like this? Well, I don't always cast like this, but I especially do it when I want to see a little bit more of that late game mega tank action. And it's nice to be able to zoom out a little bit and capture more of the screen for you guys so you can see more of what's going on. That's the default camera angle. I can cast like this and we can see a lot more. Kubel versus Combat Engineers in the north. Looks like Kimbo's going to be pushing for that sector right now. He's currently getting denied his fuel though. Meanwhile, his first built squad is actually this penal battalion. Of course, he'll be going for an M3 orientated build. There is that little thing right now. Meanwhile, Tommy's out in force, all 12 of the buggers versus Foats Grenadiers. Behind cover, they're going to fire a lot more quickly. Already dropped one model, but they're doing well against these Foats Grenadiers. Got more, another squad in the distance. But look at this DPS from the Lee-Enfield rifles. Oh, it's hideous if you're an OKW player right now. But here come the Sturm Pioneers. Those Sturm Gavez could punish Numbers in return, and he's had to have a hard retreat. Meanwhile, his third squad, Tommy's, could be going down. So close to catastrophe. So close indeed. In fact, his third Tommy squad was able to plink away at the Sturm Pioneers for a long time, allowing the Royal Engineers to come up with, of course, Mobile Assault Regiment, or Helping Hands Tournament Winning Commander, as I like to call it. And here comes the Clown Car with its flamethrower. What great early game action we're seeing. This is awesome. Alst Outskirts treats you some fantastic 2 versus 2 battles. It's known for it. Kimbo's going on a mad one with a slice of aggression, punishing these Sturm Pioneers on retreat. We've got penal battalions, meanwhile, anchored in that building. I like that. It's called anchoring. When you're microing... Oh, he's been Rakettenwerft by the Werfer of Rakettens. One more, perhaps. No, out of the cone of fire. Kubel's going for some stinky pot shots, as are the K98 rifles of the Foats Grenadiers. Oh! Rakettenwerfer max range, loses 2 models there. That's a 25% chance of that happening, so fair enough. Because it's a coin flip for every model in the vehicle. You may have noticed recently that AE has been doing a new series, which I urge you to check out. It's called the Fasto Cast, meaning I can cast an hour game in half an hour because I do it ×2. But this game is a 2 versus 2 battle. I would never, ever dare to do this at ×2. You kidding me? Way too much action. Nice from the JLIs there. Well, more I'd say hideous from the JLIs because we're all sick of these buggers. The current month is January 2019, and as of this point in time, it's one of the most dominant balance orientating units for many a year in Company Heroes 2, seemingly. Nice incendiary grenade there, hitting 3 squads. Vic has also been hit. Dzaraa on form, it seems. Let's change the faction so we see who's building what. Kubel causing a nuisance of itself. Gotten 3 kills, which isn't too shabby. Looks like the Tommies have done decently. All forced away en masse there. Seems that Numbers couldn't cope with it for too long. Elsewhere, Rutra's up against Kimbo. Ooh, could punish this penal. Throws a satchel. That's sneaky. Didn't get any rewards for his daring. Kubal's coming to plink away on retreat. Couldn't quite get the angle. That could have been devastating. If he'd actually got the angle there, he could have finished that squad off. Because negative cover kicks in on this road, you'll notice. You'll see that the JLIs have capped. The squad Overwatch flares are initiated and ready to launch. Combat Engineers planting a juicy mine there. But it's a good game so far, and Kimbo's done very well to keep this fuel in under his command. He's got a shock trooper squad out now, which is always nice to see. Dzaraa is currently building over here. He's just putting some reinforced steel barricade, so a civil engineering project on this ex-bulldozer Sherman. Meanwhile, here come the Tommies to push away the JLIs with room to spare. Meanwhile, in the north, more JLIs from Rutra. Second squad built this game. Penal battalions with their SVTs were in an excellent position to keep them at bay, though. So not much done there. Let's have a look at the fog of war from the OKW perspective. You'll see just how much range those Overwatch flares give off. Pretty ridiculous, if you ask me, for something that's free. Here comes the combat engineer squad, the Rock 9 flamethrower. JLIs are having to sprint. This is a soft retreat, ladies and gentlemen. For beginner players here, this is a mark of a good player. He's getting a better algorithm for his retreat, because the game calculates the fastest route back to base. So if you manipulate that route, you are, you know, operating on a better plane of existence. You're playing 12-dimensional lemmings. Kubal's got 4 kills. Another Overwatch flare in the centre there. Oh, they're just going to keep igniting these little bastards. Meanwhile, the Brits are coming, as that famous phrase goes in 18th century America. Gotta burn down your White House, yow. I meant to say yaw, and instead I said yow. I don't know what came out there. It is year end, rather. I am an accountant. I've been working extremely hard recently. I did a good old 10-hour day today. And but I saw this game in the replay section. I'm enjoying YouTube recently. I'm enjoying the amount of interactivity in the comment section. It's always nice to see people enjoying the videos I upload and commenting on them, giving their opinion. It's nice to see. We do have the T70 coming out for Kimbo. We have had a second Vickers and a 6-pounder out for Numbers, so he's clearly thinking that he wants to be the support weapon player for the possibly superior, well, definitely superior micro-orientated Kimbo. Rutra, he has gone for, as you've just seen, the JLIs, but Dzaraa, who is the person I actually want to talk about, has gone for ISG and Rakettenwerfer, so he has taken the support weapon role. It's pretty standard stuff there. More reinforced steel barricade in the centre. Great play by Dzaraa to cut off the green cover from his opponent. Sir, plurals. STG Sturm Pioneers there, forcing away the combat engineers. And the Kubelvogons just capped the fuel. Let's check out the south, though, because the flak cannon of the flak half-track is out. It's had to pop smoke, though, because the 6-pounder just got a great shot from afar. That was max range there. Look at that huge plume of smoke. Meanwhile, here comes the T70. This could be a squad wipe. In fact, I don't even have to look. It is. 6-pounders going so deep, looking for something there. Nice first foray for the T70. 4 kills immediately. Nice to see. If you're a Soviet fanboy, as I sometimes have been known to be. I like the Soviets and Wehrmachts. I'm just not so much. Oh, the ISG could have been brutal if it hit those squads, but it didn't. I'm just living in the world of what-ifs here. I'll tell you who hasn't done much. These shock troops. I swear he built them a while ago. They don't seem to have any kills at all. Just been pushed away a few times. Penal battalions managed to rescue the fuel back into Allied hands. Here comes the JLIs, temporarily cloaked for a moment there. Nice smoke grenade there, allowing them to get better position possibly, or indeed maybe flank here. Here comes the T70. No, Kimbo's good at this. He always looks for AT guns. He's found it. T70 is going to react quite quickly. No, it does indeed get hurt, but it's going to go onwards regardless. That's aggressive. Very aggressive, if you ask me. But unfortunately for him, the Schwer Paladin's headquarters has set up. Meanwhile, in the south, Tommies are pushed away. Just put down the pyrotechnics, though, and here's the first barrage from base. Oof, could have been worse for the OKW players there. T70's already gotten 5 kills. Just rocking around with that 25% health missing from that Raketenwerfer shot. Might suffer a Faust here. Not been able to get the pocket rocket out quite yet. Artillery has finished its salvo now. Now, surely. One more. One more. Tracking, tracking. And it explodes on those logs. They were there. They're not there anymore. Flak half-track watches on. Vickers has got the drop on these Focus Grenadiers. Will suppress, but not this squad. He'll be able to go around the side. This is the advantage of strategic zoom cast. There's the incendiary grenade. There's a separate Vickers that I didn't spot because I'm blind. Meanwhile, in the north, look at the amount of mines that Rutra has laid. They're all shoe mines. So that shock squad has to be careful on the retreat there. Another ISG. No, this is Rutra's first ISG. Dzaraa is the guy with the ISG right now. And there it is. It's gotten 0 kills so far. Shock troops got their first kill. And missed a grenade horrifically. It's almost like they grenaded themselves there. Might as well go back to base and get some healing, because they're just going to lose those expensive models. T70 putting their hurt down. Sniper fires the call from the Strafniki, but it is indeed the G43 rifles of the Jaegers. Oh, he's going to go over the minefield on his retreat as well. This could be devastating. One mine goes off and does the damage. We have to watch out for this demo later as well, by the way. You'll have to remind me. Centaur's out. So that's good. He's got 2 6-pounders, which is a great build, because now he's got one of the best anti-infantry vehicles in Company Heroes history. Good synergy by Numbers. Although I must say, he's been rather one-dimensional, just constantly pushing down to this fuel territory. If he'd up against Wehrmacht, he would have been pushed back a little bit more severely, in my opinion, thanks to MG42s and etc. But he is up against OKW, and you can be a bit more one-dimensional against OKW. Raketenwerfer's in a good position, does the damage, as does the Panzerfaust. Oh, main gun destroyed. Is he going to go on the hunt here? He's got 8 seconds left on the pocket rocket. He'll have to go through Hellfire and Brimstone, though. I don't think he'll be able to get it. It's a shame they have no mobile AT at this point, Dzaraa and Rutra. Meanwhile, the T-70's also been Fausted. No, it went over this mine here, in fact, just before he got the sweepers there. That is a shame for him. Focus Grenadiers are getting damaged severely. T-70 was able to do a lot of work against the Focus Grenadier despite its stricken state. The Raketenwerfer's nowhere in sight. Here comes a second shock squad. Raketenwerfer was there. That'll be back in no time. Double combat engineers of Veterancy 2 with the superior repair times. More pyrotechnics on display. It's almost like Attitude Era WWF. Vickers heavy machine gun's going to be able to set up and keep the fuel point. There is no flank there because it'll be able to defend itself against both of these entrance points. Let's check out the shock squads. Oh, I can hear the damages here. They just took out the Kubelwagen. Big shame for you Volkswagen lovers there. Oh, that was a bit of a dangerous nade there. I tell you what, if he popped... The demo was swept, by the way, unfortunately. I always like a good demo these days. Just had our first vehicle out for... It's that infrared half-track that's banned in tournaments because it's bugged. 6-pounders could take out the flak half-track. One more big shot here. Will they get it? Ooh. Bren's out for the Tommies, keeping the flank protected. Can they... They can't see that, of course. Surely they can get this. I'm expecting big things here. They're not going to be able to do it. Infrared half-track's in position. Using that primitive technology. But it's very futuristic if you think about it from a World War II perspective. Oh, nice ISG work. It's an indirect fire platform there. Utterly annoying to play against. 2 kills on Dzara's, and Rutra's has 0 right now. Ooh, the T-70's just been Panzer Fausted, but Rakettenwerfer is down. By the way, the demo is still there. I'm an idiot. Of course, the house would have gone down. I didn't have Kimbo Mud Slice selected, so don't, just ignore me if you can. Well, don't ignore me fully. Just ignore bits of me. He's got an A Rakettenwerfer with his anti-tank penal squad, so that's nice. It'd be cool if they kept the PTRS, but they don't, of course, but it would be cool. Let's check out the map from space. That's Kimbo's current position. Here's Numbers with the Akak, which has 3 kills. Rutra, he's getting attacked by said Akak. And Dzaraa. So Dzaraa and Rutra are very much condensed at the moment. There's an Overwatch flare blinding us. It's better to see from this angle, I guess. Rutra is very much getting hit by that T-70, you'll notice. There it is. Oh, nice. Let's check out that. Getting hit on by the Panzer IV. The Penal Battalion... Oh, bad camera work. The Penal Battalion coming in to cock block the Panzer IV, saying, "Why are you hitting on my friend? You stop it, you big fat bastard. She's way out of your league." Shock troops coming up against Jaegers. Close quarter combat versus long range. Grenade tossed and central victory point recaptured. 420 Blaze It Bro victory points for Dzaraa and Rutra. 360 no scope for Kimbo and Numbers. What an interesting game we're watching. 17 minutes in. I'm enjoying this one. You know, it's been nice. It's been nice. We've got the flak half track. Keeping the shock troopers... Well, they did capture the central victory point. Meanwhile, Panzer IV on the hunt, pushing away these dudes. Elsewhere, southwest, Tommy's a little bit pensive. They have laid some pyrotechnics from base.
The sector is at risk.
He's going to be lucky to overshoot there. No such luck. We've got a Goliath building. Nice. Cool to see the Goliath used. Oh, look at it popping wheelies. Look how cute it is. There's the... I accidentally pressed that, but regardless, there's the stat map. And there's the Goliath did another wheelie. Oh. Probably going to hide around here, I guess. T-70 eats another shot. Rakettenwerfer, the stolen Rakettenwerfer, isn't quite in position. Oh, there's a nice Soviet mine, by the way. Could have been good. Elsewhere in the southwest, the Tommies are on the fray. Oh! Look at this flank with 2 Centaurs. We picked the right moment to pick up the speed with Numbers' attack as he's on the attack right now. We've had to have pop smoke from the flak half track as the Centaurs are demolishing that Rakettenwerfer. I tell you what, Rutra's going to have to come into position. Where's this Panzer IV when his teammate needs it? Stricken Centaur could get Fausted again. 6-pounders in position to attack the flak half track. Should it rear its ugly head? Focus grenadiers with those SDGs causing all kinds of problems with the crew weapons. ISG at close range doing work. Both Centaurs are damaged now. This could have been the Panzer IV's heyday, but it's had to reverse all the way from the other side of the map. One of the 6-pounders has just been decrewed. He's just, by the way, crew repaired in the middle of the battlefield. That's very, very dangerous. Is now going to get destroyed by the Panzer IV. There you go. Taken out. And the 2-man 6-pounder's back in position. Will he get a lucky shot off? Panzer Faust is engaged yet again. No, he didn't. He didn't. The Panzer Faust did not work, by the way. Or there was not enough damage on the tank first. I'm not sure which. 6-pounder's back in action. Already been back to base for reinforcements, it seems. Oh! Abandoned engine there. Panzer IV's in distress. Just bounced a shot off the 6-pounder. That's lucky. Really needs to get sappers up there. He doesn't actually have sappers right now. Does Kimbo have something he could lend? He's going to have to help out. He's pinging him right now. Come over, bro. Help me. Help me. Oh, he's just hit it at max range. It doesn't matter. Rakettenwerfer's got the kill. Oh, well. Nice engagement there, 20 minutes in. I think that was our first remarkable engagement. Nice to see. Good action on the battlefield. Stern Pioneers are going to get this thing back in action in no time. We've just had the LEFH built, by the way. Is it ready to barrage? A nice vantage point. They're just wasting a moment, calibrating their sights, having a look at some of the maps. We have yet another Centaur in the build, so it seems Numbers really like Centaurs. Kimbo's currently bossing the center with the shock troopers. Schwer's about to build a Panther for Dzaraa. JLI's doing the damage. Smoke goes in. Causes them to go forward, notice. They lose sight, so they go forward. So you have to watch out for that, new players. Sometimes better once you've issued an attack command to hit halt. Find halt on your keyboard, one of the most useful shortcuts in the game. Hotkeys are on. Oh, nice from that Rakettenwerfer there. It has fully retreated now. Here comes the Veteran 3, the Ultra Mobility T-70. We have just had a squad loss somewhere for Kimbo. Don't quite know what that was. Ooh, here we go. Her Majesty's Land Mattress stand, ladies and gentlemen. ISG in heavy duress. He got the anti-tank satchel off. Panther's going to get an engine damage. Combat engineers see the Rakettenwerfers coming. Meanwhile, looks like we've got the LAFH firing. This could be dangerous. Shots are whizzing over our camera angle. They're quite spread out though. He hasn't got line of sight to make the pattern more tight-knit. Push out with the Vickers yet again to push for this fuel point, but there is an MG34 waiting for them. Another land mattress, by the way, for Numbers. Interesting that he goes for that. We now have the Clement Voroshilov Flame Edition. To give its full and official name. Ooh, another AT satchel there. It's keeping the Panzer IV out of the battle as the KV-8 does all kinds of damage. He only has the one AT gun. Oh, no, he doesn't. Yes, he does. It's just the Rakettenwerfer. And he does have anti-tank penal battalions, as you've seen many times. Oh, here comes the Panther. Those got to be careful. Tell you what, these guys are heavily outgunned by the Panther. Not much he can do there. Sorry, I'm not going to ignore my mother. I do love her dearly. I am going to take this moment to call her now. Hi, Mum. I've just got company, but I'll come down in about half an hour if that's okay. Can you hear me? Right, she gave me loads of missed calls, whatever. Let's get back in the cast. No, we'll take this moment as a moment of pause to think about who we think is going to win. 23 minutes in, and we can see that Kimbo has a decent army size, 53, but it's more what he's able to do with this that makes it impressive. The T-70's gotten 20 kills, for example, and he's doing a damn good job of protecting the north. He's currently lost the central victory point, but for, you know, in general, he's done damn well. Now we've got Numbers, who's the support weapon player. He's got the land mattresses, etc. He's doing all right as well. He's lost 2 Achilles, which wasn't a great moment, but in general, not bad. But then you look at the population cap sizes of Dzaraa and Rutra. These guys have got huge armies. They're doing a lot with them. The Panzers are really starting to amass now for Dzaraa, for example. Rutra himself is more about this Panzer and the LEFH, which only has 2 kills at this point. But yeah, you tell me who you think is gonna win 23 minutes in. Let's get on with the cast. Panther doing the damage there. It's gonna get repaired on the battlefield. Combat repairs as the Rakettenwerfer watches on. Ooh. Is that the LAFH firing? Did I just hear? Possibly. No? Not quite sure what that was. Must be. Yes, it is indeed the LAFH against the trench here. Just overshooting. Not really getting the kills he'd like it to. Only 3 so far. Just had the Mechanized Regiment headquarters down to repair the Panther. KV-8 and this hero Rakettenwerfer Veteran C2. Look at the damage they're doing. Oh, and what's this now? It's the incendiary artillery barrage, like it's 2014 again. Panzerfaust was not able to be unleashed against the KV-8. And look at that long-range spurt there. Land mattress fire goes down. We've got the Raketenwerfer down. Flak Hartrack's in peril. Oh, look at that! Double the barrage, double the fun from Numbers, putting the pressure on Dzaraa there. Ooh, T-70 gunning down for those GLIs. Here comes those penal battalions again. Could it be the third anti-tank satchel charge? Oh, the turret couldn't traverse in time. T-70 is mocking him right now. Great micro by Kimbo. Meanwhile, looks like Numbers has decided to go for the centre for one of the first times this game. Base RT down on this position, just stopping the Raketenwerfer from being recaptured, it seems. But also just stopping, as well, any OKW presence in the centre whilst the Tommy's capped. Tagging out, nice tag there. Ooh, but the Centaur's being panthered to death. Good job for him, the 6-pounders are in position. KV-8 has 6 kills, and look at this cockiness from Kimbo. Just having a little base inspection, just seeing what you've got. Obersoldaten coming out. There, he sees them. Raketenwerfers were in position, and the KV-8 won't be able to linger for too long. I expect that the Panther will be on the prowl very shortly. There's the Panzer IV. But the Raketenwerfer was in position. Here comes the Panther as well. KV-8's on life support. Raketenwerfer can't keep both at base, surely. Was that too aggressive from Kimbo? I'm going to say so. Here comes the IS-2, though. Was it a trap? An Admiral Akbar special. Raketenwerfer goes down. KV-8 goes down. Kimbo's losing a lot at the moment. Josef Stalin tank watches on. 122mm of bunker busting action. Always missing its target, of course. 6-pounders of Numbers coming in to synergize with Kimbo and lay the foundations of that trap. We're getting a great game on our hands. 26 minutes of great action so far. Really good pace and good strategic options by both players. Land mattresses now on the centre. Overshooting, actually. Hitting the trees. Hitting more trees. And finally the JLIs are under pressure. Rutra's got to be careful. Oh, nice overshot at the last second there. Oh, incredible RNG. Takes him out and kills him. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. There's 2. Gesticulating for position. Finds the Panzer IV. Kind of AoE attacks it. Panther and flat cannon. Not much can counter that. Obers as well. What a dream team that is. Panzer IV going up against the IS-2. The 6-pounder is watching over, though, so should be protected. Shock troops in the rear of these JLIs. They have the range advantage, but not when smoke gets popped, possibly. Here comes the T-70 and the Centaur. This Foch-Grenadier has to hard retreat or it's dead. That's a death. Don't even have to look. Let's look away. It's dead. Ha! Oh, but here comes the Panzer IV. Shot troops could be going down. Yes, there they are. That was down to the turret coaxial gunner. Stern Pioneers capping in the heat of battle from that cratered cover. The IR Hartrack just watches on for anything flanking on this west side. He has that covered, that's for certain. Looks like Dzaraa and Rutra are really starting to take hold at the moment. We're probably going to wait for more land mattress fire. We're currently on the 7-kill land mattress. We've got a 33-second recharge, and on the 10-kill land mattress, it's 17 seconds till we've got that baby ready. Here comes the IS-2, which has 3 kills so far. Met with Panther fire, and a good amount of health damage given to the Stern Pioneers there. Centaur couldn't do much against them on retreat, though. Meanwhile, Stravniki, who apparently meant to die, doing just that. Veterancy 4, Panzer 4. Blobber Tommies comes in against the OKW position of Dzaraa there, as Rutra's MG34 watches on. Oh, a lot of health damage to those Tommies. Pyrotechnic artillery coming down. T-70 can see everything. That's right, this is actually the Allied line of sight. That's just how much the T-70 can see. Tommies could go down here to the Panzer IV on retreat. Oh, so close. IS-2's got its rear guard, though. Raketenwerfer's watching on. It gets just outside the cone of fire. Demolishes the Raketenwerfer. Oh, my God. T-70 also pushing in. Will we now see land mattress fire to add insult to injury? First one's just firing right now. Any second now. Here comes the Panther on the rear side. IS-2's about facing, as is the 6-pounders. Oh, this could be bad for the Panther. Should the IS-2 hit? Oh, yes it does. Actually got rear penetration there with the AoE, I believe. Or something like that. Panther down regardless. Let's look at Rutra's armor. He's building another Raketenwerfer. Kimbo Mad Slice. He's got a decent... it's more about what he does with his army. He's roughly been at 57 most of this game, if you notice. Like, he's always been the lower player, but he's just done well with what he's got, and that's admirable. Shock Troopers with the Bren gun they've picked up, trying to cap the centre on, do the Veil of Smoke, but Photos Grenadiers come into that central circle and push them around and push them away. We did actually have... I didn't capture this on camera, but this 6-pounder was decrewed temporarily, and the Vickers also. Oh, Her Majesty's land mattress. Thuds against the ground. I wish my mattress did that more often. IS-2. Big shot coming in, possibly. Yes. Centaur. Akak. Causing all kinds of problems. T-70 has 24 kills. Panzer IV with the road bonus and with Blitzkrieg. IS-2 waiting, though. Centaur watching on, keeping this central victory point neutral. But what's this? In the southwest, looks like OKW have been battered back, and the Tommies are capturing that victory point, which is equalising. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, equalising at 31 minutes. The victory point count. Meanwhile, OKW capping the centre. Vet 4, Panzer IV on the hunt. It's going to take a pot shot, perhaps. At the position, just exposed his rear armor. What's that about? Incendiary artillery down, making it look temporarily like Mordor. Just had another Panther out for Dzaraa. There's that little baby. Kimbo Mad Slice content to stick with his army right now. There's a T-70 still doing all kinds of damage to the Raketenwerfer there. IS-2 pushing in to survey the battlefield. Nice pot shot. Numbers, what's he got in the build? Another Cromwell. He's got this one that's just been sitting there. He must be going for big things. I think he's going for some monster flank with the Cromwells. That'll be cool. Looking forward to seeing that. What a player Numbers is.
There's a rather splendid Cromwell.
Just look at the satellite imagery of the amount of damage to the battlefield so far given by the land mattress, causing this area to be now called the Moon. Welcome to the Moon. I am your host, Land Mattress. Raketenwerfer destroyed. Shock Troopers on the hunt with a nice long-range weapon there. Land mattress is causing all kinds of damage to the Schwerpanzer headquarters in particular. One Cromwell has been pushed into fire, but the other one's just chilling for now. Not too sure what's going on, guys. Not too sure. The Königstiger, the Tiger Bee, Panzerkampfwagen. Sex is on the battlefield, and this thing is a sexy behemoth. Fat motherfucker that's going to sit on the central area of the battlefield, or the moon as we'll call it, and soak up damage and deal more of it, unless it can be countered, which it often is. Elsewhere in the east, Panzer IV, Veterancy 5 now causing problems for these shock troopers. IS-2's been pushed away, so it's going to be unprotected. Cromwell's definitely RMSing. The other one was accidentally clicked into battle. He's going to build those things up and push himself on and onwards and upwards into combat. Flak half-track has 22 kills and a lot more health and suppression dealt as well. Untold tactical dominance given by that thing. By the way, we've got a nice MG34 which is protecting this sewage output here because they do not want their waterways to be contaminated with Russian sewage. So great work there. Woo! That was a nice dive. Did you see that? Lovely stuff. Jericho siren should have been wailing there, but this is a late war Stuka. Unfortunately, he's another one. Well, let's do the weird dip-de-doo. Let's have a look. Oh no, this one's taken down. Nearly caught fully on camera. I tried my best. Meanwhile, just the Panzer IVs died. You know, that really veteran, super cool tank. Don't worry about it. It wasn't important. Panzer IV has indeed died from Rutra, so he's got the King Tiger, but from max range, looks out the 6-pounder was able to take out that tank with the Su-85 that's been built. So we've neglected this area of the battle for a while, and that's what we've missed, ladies and gentlemen. Land Mattress is firing, causing problems. King Tiger watches on against the damaged engine IS-2. Su-85 has its 1 kill from that excellent work by Kimbo. Rakettenwerfer with a max range shot, forcing him away. IR track providing sight. King Tiger pushes himself in with a rare bounce off the IS-2 there. Su-85 is going to reposition. What's this coming down? It is the incendiary artillery. That's to keep the Rakettenwerfer from getting too close, and does the right thing in 180ing it. Su-85 with some great penetrations. Here come the Tommies to keep line of sight. Su-85 on the hunt. Will it get veterancy 2 whilst attacking? It would certainly help. 2 more shots required. It's going to go for it. 1 more shot required, perhaps. T-70 watching on. Su-85 could take out the Königstiger here. Land Mattress, second shot bounces. Needs to get in there. Rakettenwerfer's down thanks to the Land Mattress fire and the T-70 fire. Rakettenwerfer coming in. Su-85 is being forced away, and the Königstiger will survive to fight another day. We now have 3 Cromwells built. I love this game. This is a good one, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very good game indeed. 32 kills on that T-70. Su-85 nearly at veterancy 2 to give it that superior penetration. What's this? Artillery flares. Where are they being ignited? Over here, just to survey the support weapon groupings. Panther in a great position to keep the Su-85 at bay, but they could have done a lot more than that. Ali FH could finish the job. Could overshoot, hit the demo perhaps. Watch out. Ah! Keep an eye on that tap map, Matt. You need to capture when those Cromwells go into battle. Brand up Tommies. Fighting at long range from cratered cover. Tell you what, Numbers might swoop in soon. Kimbo's doing an excellent job of keeping the battlefield going in the centre, whilst the Armada is built. Stukas of Foos firing. This could be bad for Kimbo. Oh, it could have been worse for Kimbo. It's still bad, but it could have been worse as well. The LAFH took a big shot on the T-70. Su-85 is having to get into position. Oh, Königstiger takes down the 6-pounder there. Here comes the Panther. Could finish off these vehicles. Another 6-pounder's had to reposition. Will he now send the British Armada into action? This armada of land ships. Numbers is currently operating on a 40 population size army, but he's got 40 saved up because he's not using his tanks, he's saving them. Panther on the march. Possibly just trying to find an angle on maybe the land mattresses perhaps. Oh, Su-85 is on the hunt at max range there with that focus sight. Oh, this is so aggressive by Kimbo. Bad camera work by AE there. Accidentally flicked my mouse. So aggressive by Kimbo. Oh! Aha! The Panther's been trapped! The Cromwells find it! And he didn't expect to find them there. 3 Mark IVs are gunning for it, and the 6-pounders find it out. Ambush predators. The Cromwells, they were built for a different purpose, but this purpose is served very well indeed, as Rutra and Dzaraa are thinking, what the fuck? He had 3 Cromwells lying near his base. Who is this motherfucker? You're dealing with numbers, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're not a mathematician, you're gonna get fucked up. Made no sense, don't worry about it. Another Stukas of Foos in the build for Dzaraa. Hit LAFH of Rutra's firing. Targets in base, it seems. The 3 Cromwells will be ready for battle once more. One of them, of course, just got a kill against a Panther. IS-2 with its 14 kills, doing damn well for itself. Here comes the Jagdpanzer, though. Su-85's back to full health and went ready to tango once more. So close to Veteran C3 in the superior rate of fire, it must be said. 40 minutes into this game almost. Tommy's spreading out nicely. Cromwell's amassing. Ooh, they're ready for battle perhaps. Maybe he's going to pull the trigger. Having to see shoe mines being laid. Oh, nice tandem here. IS-2 and SU-85, both Veteran C2. Oh, Cromwell's possibly having their trigger pulled. Wish I had my trigger pulled more often. I need to stop making so many innuendos. It's disgusting. Pyromaniac Tommies. Oh, this MG34, which I think Dzaraa forgot about, is now being demolished. So remember this MG you had? Well, it's dead now. Stukas of Foos misses its mark. Mines were destroyed. Tommy's pushing in. Königstiger facing the wrong way. Meanwhile, the IS-2 has pushed its way into battle. Königstiger ambles its way over to the east. Jagdpanzers are going to be facing the right way. Cromwells haven't been forced into battle quite yet. Main gun destroyed. Königstiger on the assault. Jagdpanzer also. King Tiger gets the kill. Will the Cromwells now, yes, turn about face, possibly go into combat? It's there for the taking, these armies. Dzaraa has no tanks right now, just the IR track. Debris is flying high into the sky. You do not want to come up against that. That is fearsome. Meanwhile, the King Tiger, which does have its 12 kills, by the way. I mean, I think has 2 vehicle kills, well, 1 amongst it. The T-70's been such a nuisance for itself. Kimbo with great skill there, 33 kills. King Tiger now, possibly about to find its mark. Cromwells could be unleashed on it. No, the Raketenwerfers do have its back, perhaps. Maybe Rutra's told Dzaraa, listen, I'm trying to tempt Numbers into battle. Cover me, bro. Ooh, he's getting very far up into action, though. Cromwell surely sensed a trap here. He'd be a fool not to. Jagdpanzer's caught up. IS-2's repositioning. Another SU-85's been built. Raketenwerfers found it out. T-70. Some decent shots down. Cromwell, one of them's been hit hard by the Raketenwerfers, but it's been able to reposition. The King Tiger's obviously not a great flanking unit, let's face it. And that's not been able to fully take advantage of the situation. LEFH, by the way, has gotten 18 kills, Veteran C3. Do need to get my Veterancy mod back on so I can see what some of that stuff means. 4th Cromwell in the build for Numbers, clearly trying to play the Numbers game. Kappa. Going to be great to see what he's finally able to do with them. I hope he goes for some mega assault. Oh, how did that Tommy squad survive that? Very lucky there. Infrared STGs on the Obers. Nice nade there by the shock troops. They somehow watch the first shell whistle overhead and they're about to possibly dodge the second. Needs to attack ground and get attack that clumped up unit. Here we go, big shot in, misses. SU-85 in a battle of the tank destroyers against the Jagdpanzer. Cromwell's moving over here. Ooh, maybe he's going for the assault over this direction. That's a nice call from Kimbo, if that's what he said. SU-85s could be finish off the Jagdpanzer very shortly. King Tiger's possibly overexpended. Can they hear all these engine noises in the fog of war? If they can't, they're done for. Ow, there you go. Jagdpanzer forwards down. Cromwell's all over in the east. Are they going to flank over and take out some of the base structures, perhaps? Who knows? Meanwhile, Dzara's pushing in, so this Centaur's going to get taken out. Thanks to those 3 Raketenwerfers. Wow, that got eaten up. Oh, he's getting... It's like the Ardennes assault here, but the Brits are taking a page out of the Germans' books. He's going to spearhead through the woods. Here comes Numbers with those 4 Cromwells. What a moment this is. Backed up by Kimbo's SU-85. There's nothing they can't take down right now. King Tiger, 15 kills, Veteran C1 watches on. First shot penetrates that Cromwell. He's going to have to go around the base now to evade the King Tiger. This Schwerpanzer headquarters very close to being down. All 3 Raketenwerfers have retreated. All 4 of them, rather. And they've been caught up on the Cromwells. They could all get destroyed now. LEFH also going down. There you go. Destroy the Veteran C3 LEFH. Meanwhile, the Su-85s are coming into battle. Great synergy by the players. Here comes the artillery. That sector assault. He's calling it in on his own position. Cromwell being taken out from afar. King Tiger's cowering. Schwerpanzer headquarters could take down another Cromwell there. Yes, it does indeed. And the Su-85 for good measure. There's the sector. 2 Cromwell survive. They did take out a lot of good stuff there, especially at LEFH. And Kimbo and Numbers were surviving on less than that already, so that was more than a good trade for them. Mind you, look at how little Numbers actually has now. Not that much, to be honest. In terms of infantry capping ability, I guess he does have 3 Cromwells. So, can't say it's too shabby. This one somehow got back to base, I guess. Maybe that went all the way around the battlefield. Very difficult to keep track of everything that was happening, of course. Kimbo, of course, lost one of his Su-85s there. Let's check out the maps there. Looks like Kimbo lost the most. I'm sorry, I'm just casting. I'll be with you in about 20 minutes. Is that right? I've already texted you. I'll speak to you later, Mum. Love you. Bye. Rung me for the 3rd time there. Worried about me, apparently. I'm 29, everybody. Anyway. Stuxafus coming down on the Tommies, who are about to engage a triple cap, let it be known. Rakettenwerfer with some excellent, sneaky James Bond Werfing of Rakettens. Su-85 with good reactions by Kimbo there. He evades it. And he might take out the Rakettenwerfer now as well. He's got a very difficult retreat path, that's for certain. King Tiger could save its life. No, it doesn't. The crew members of the Rakettenwerfer, who I believe may be shock troops, perhaps, something like that. I definitely heard some MS SMG fire. But anyway, it's a triple cap momentarily. We do have a running away man there. I thought he was going for a cap, but it was indeed the Rakettenwerfer model. Here come... Oh, God, here come the Cromwells. Obers have to be careful. Come on, Dzaraa, where are those reaction times? Ah! Meanwhile, the other Obers are up against Brendup Tommies. Watch the King Tiger demolishing the Vickers in the centre, allowing the JLIs into position. Pirate Technic artillery from base sector, forcing away the Obers, finally. Meanwhile, we do have the OKW players capping the North victory point. 23 kills for the Königstiger. Got a freshly built Panzer IV with its pintle mount popping up there. There comes the commander out of his cupola to survey the battlefield and gun you down. All 4 Rakettenwerfers of Dzaraa looking for any unsuspecting tank that dare to come its way. Oh, God, and that squad was slaughtered on retreat there by the Panzer IV. Had a 6-pounder out, so he's feeling like he wants something better to take out, perhaps, the King Tiger. 3 shock trooper squads from Kimbo, the expert blobber. He is. Trench has to be a little bit careful. But here come the Cromwells. All 4 Rakettenwerfers are in position. Are they? The Weir Cromwell's been picked on first. Could get taken out there. Panzer IV's going to go for a lucky shot, perhaps. Is he going to be able to get it? Nice work. I'm going to actually check out the centre momentarily just to check that the King Tiger's not being taken out. No, it isn't. And Panzer IV's going to go for the final killing blow. Misses it. 6-pounder could finish it off now. Does it have line of sight? Tax ground. Oh, Numbers. What were you thinking? King Tiger taking out more shit. Land mattress firing on the Rakettenwerfers. Gonna pop the vehicle crew repairs. There's the smoke. Land mattress missing its mark. Su-85 with that veterancy 2 already. Oh, veterancy 3 now. Second vet 3. Su-85 of the game. Here comes the IS-2, the second one of it's the game. Attacking that crater in particular, because fuck it. Ooh, what's the IS-2 thinking? Tell you what, it's tanking some damage, Kappa. SU-85 bringing up the rear as well. This IS-2 is indestructible, seemingly. SU-85 could take out the King Tiger. It bounces its first shot, despite its superior veterancy stats. Oh, shot troopers could be going down. MG-34 is set up in a good position, but the IS-2 kills the gunner. SU-85 does get a penetration this time, but it's seemingly got a lot of health left, the King Tiger. Last shot was bounced, by the way. All 4 Cromwells did survive of numbers, so he'll be... So not much was missed in the west of the map. We're now entering our 49th minute of the game, nearly 50. Victory point situation is very stable for both players. However, it must be noted that should the central victory point be capped shortly, the Axis could be dipping down below 100 into double-digit figures, which would be a psychological alarm bell. Cromwells have repositioned, or at least 2 of them have, which is causing problems there. This IS-2's just gotten its first kill. Land mattress firing. That thing has 18 kills. Meanwhile, Brenz versus Obers, causing damage. Cromwells. Oh! First Grenadier is going to go down here to the quartet. The Beatles will call them. Ringo, George, Paul, and John. They are the Cromwells. You are the soldiers. They are the executioners. Again, the Schwer's going to go down. The Jagdpanzer is in a good position, though, as is the Su-85 again, so it's a repeat of that earlier battle. Schwer down yet again. IS-2 firing on the Jagd. Su-85 watches on. Could it take out the Jagd, perhaps, from afar? No, it cannot. Meanwhile, Panzer IV's got a damaged engine, or temporarily stunned, rather. MG-34's positioning itself. We're now on our 50th minute of play, and this game shows no sign of decay. It's a fantastic one, I must say. All 4 Cromwells are ready for battle once more, the Beatles. Here come the combat engineers just to rush that IS-2 back into battle sooner. 6-pounder and MG-34 watch on. He's just lacking the infantry presence to really keep pushing the victory points, his numbers. Dzara's at pop cap. He's got a vet 5 folks, and then the 2 Obersoldaten. Rutra is at 78. He's the one most damaged recently. Here come the Beatles. Hey, folks, Grenadier, don't make it sad. Retreat to base, and then dissipate. Stukas a foos. Ah! Not doing much at all against tanks, of course. I just gave it a rat to make it sound more exciting. MG-34 is going to suppress the Tommies, not before they neutralise the victory point. Meanwhile, shot troopers suppress, but going to survive under the veil of smoke. LEFH has been rebuilt, by the way, 6 kills and counting. But PPSH is doing good work there. Raketenwerfer, newly stolen, or picked up rather. Here come the Beatles. Oh, this Panzer IV's in a difficult situation. Rear armor showing. That's bad by Dzaraa. That's 1 dead tank. Get back from whence you once belong.
A medium tank was destroyed. We have fallen to 100 points. Taking effective fire.
IS-2 firing through the wreckage of the building. Vet 3 Su-85 forcing the King Tiger away. This is a negative victory point situation currently for the Axis. And the King Tiger's in a very dire predicament. 1 more shot required. Will he get it off? Jagdpanzer saves the day. Oh, main gun stride on the Su-85. The Jagdpanzer's now going to turn its sight on its enemy tank destroyer. IS-2's in ambush mode, though. Woo. Tried an attack round. IS-2 pops back into action. Again, Kimbo's pushing that eastern munitions point. Pyrotechnic base artillery pushing away the MG-34, I believe. Should see on one retreat. No, just allowing them to cap regardless. And here come the Beatles. Back in the west of the map. Don't know how lucky you are, East. These Beatles references are getting lame, but I don't care. They're just day tripping on the beach resort over the river there. Now they're going to come all the way around the south. Shot troopers forced away. What is the Cromwell's going to do next? I'll tell you, Numbers has done very well this game. He's been no slouch, that's for certain. Ah, they're going to take out the LAFH yet again. No. No counter in sight here. That's one dead LEFH. The cannon will die also, of course. He's had to call in sector assault on his own position. Here comes a Panther just in the nick of time. Got a main gun destroyed Cromwell. He may lose 2 Cromwells here for the price of an LEFH. There's one out of control. Kamikazes into the headquarters building. 2 Cromwells have surely got to survive here. Perhaps the Veteracy Cromwell survived. Well, this, of course, forces all of the Axis armour out of position. Oh, and Stukas goes down to the Vet 3. Su-85 thanks to the disarray caused by the Beatles. Help! They need somebody. Oh! Crisscrossing a Raketenwerfer fire there as the Su-85 matrixes it out of the situation. We have had, by the way, Rutra's lost his entire infantry army somehow. We have had Dzaraa has most recently called on the Command Panther, which is going to YOLO into the IS-2. Also, by the way, the Obersoldaten are in a good position. They have been able to capture their victory point, but they're currently lacking the centre. Vickers watches on, as is a new Su-85 to protect the situation. Ooh. Panther is going to try and force away the Vet 3. Su-85 is going to now turn his cannon on the assailant. Stern Pioneers could die. Combat Engineers battle repairing the IS-2 there. Raketenwerfers taking out the new Su-85 with time to spare. Vet 3 Königstiger on the assault. This thing is a killing machine. 2 vehicle destroys, 37 infantry destroys. Obersoldaten were forced away thanks to the suppression. Land mattress firing yet again. The Veteran 3-1 did bite the dust at one point, by the way. I must have missed it on camera. 56 minutes into this epic game. It's anybody's for the taking. We just don't know who wins at this point. 2 more Cromwells in the build for Numbers. He's now going for a 5 Cromwell build. I don't know what bands have 5. Yoko Ono's the 5th. Stern Pioneers desperately capping the victory point here. We do have a Vet 2 Vickers and a Vet 5 folks already are going to battle up against the Brendup Tommies. Here come the Cromwell Horde. Pyrotechnic artillery down yet again. Oh! King Tiger could get flanked here. Jagdpanzer's not fully in position. King Tiger has had its rear exposed and it's time for a spanking, big boy. Main gun destroyed. It's got an impotent, weak cannon. And the Cromwells have penetrated the frontal armour in the end. Jagdpanzer wasn't able to reposition in time. IS-2 was in its way. Victory point being captured. Panther pushed away, thanks possibly to the stolen Raketenwerfer. IS-2 is going to be ready for battle once more. Su-85 on the hunt. Here come the shock troops. Panther. No match for a 6-pounder with well supported. IS-2 trying to pepper the allies with indirect fire. Obersoldaten rescuing the central position. Shot troops capping the east. Very important victory point engagements. Look at the amount of time it takes for the Brits to get back into battle with all 5 Cromwells.
Reports coming in suggest the enemy is down to
Russia's got
75
barely
points.
anything. Got a Panther. He's got a Vet 3 Jagdpanzer. But infantry-wise, he's got shit all. Second Su-85 yet again in the build. Panther command tank. Just trying to keep the shocks out of the central circle, but it can't be done. 69 Victory points are dropping. Haha! Quadruple Raketenwerfer fire on the IS-2. It's tanked a lot of the rockets, though. Jagdpanzer could finish it off. Command Panther also actually trying to take out. Yes, indeed it does. The Vet 3 Su-85 bites the dust. Here comes the quintet of Cromwells, though. Also, land mattress fire on the condensed Raketenwerfers. Out of control, Cromwell. More to come. IS-2 with 70% health, launching itself into battle. Victory points still dropped for the Axis. More Raketenwerfers down. Panther is being battled against by the Cromwells. Here comes the Vet 2 IS-2. It's 122mm cannon. Does it find its mark? Turret traverse rate too slow. About to be taken out by the Jagdpanzer. 3 Cromwells with decent health coming back into battle. Command abilities online for Numbers. As Kimbo's combat engineers look for a battlefield repair, but it doesn't matter because the IS-2 gets the kill on the Panther in the heat of battle. Cromwell's watch on. Not much left for the OKW now. Dzaraa is the guy with the decent army size.
Consolidate our forces. We are down to 50 points.
Here we go. Tommy's capping the central victory point. This could be game, set and match if the OKW can't find some big wins shortly. IS-2 is stricken. Command Panthers on the hunt. Su-85 finds its rear armour though, possibly. More base artillery. Over here, the Vickers watches on the victory point.
Ready for action.
And watches on for victory. 46 victory points remaining themselves. Kimbo. Su-85 watching on. Jagdpanzer from Cloak penetrates the Su-85, forcing it away. MG-34 has gotten into the central circle. This is vital. Meanwhile, IS-2 rather is launching itself into battle, perhaps. This is desperation. Raketenwerfers are waiting. This is desperate from Kimbo. He's about to lose his Stalin tank. But if they can just get rid of these 39 victory points, it'll all be worthwhile. Shock troops see the position in front of them, forcing the IS-2 away. Su-85 is vanilla. Won't be able to do too much damage against the Command Panther and the Raketenwerfers. Good range by Kimbo there, keeping his units out of battle. 1 hour, 1 minute into the strategic Zoomcast, and what a battle it is. Ridiculous gameplay. Fantastic match we've been treated to. Jagdpanzer watches on. Su-85 reversing away. Veterancy 4 on that thing. It's been a very decent unit from Rutra. Elsewhere, trio of Cromwells looking for an assault. Maybe could find an angle on the repairing Command Panther, perhaps. Interestingly, the combat engineers favour the Su-85 to repair here. Or maybe that was just a mismicro by Kimbo.
Ready for action.
Building trucks at this time. 1 hour, 20 minutes. But haha! Here come the Cromwells. 3 of them. Command Panther's recently been repaired, though. First penetration by the Cromwell, not bad. Raketenwerfer was in a great position. That could be one dead Cromwell. Indeed it is. That was a very bad assault by Numbers. And they've lost victory point ground for the time being. It's getting desperate for both teams now. 84 versus 35. Now the Command Panther goes on the assault. Where's the... there it is. The 6-pounder American's Wet Dream is in... Wait. Doesn't penetrate? What the hell? Jagdpanzer. Stalking in regular movement. Well, that's not... It's tactical movement, of course, isn't it? Cromwell's here. Coming into battle against the Panther. Raketenwerfers join the fray. 6-pounder was the idea of launching themselves in there. They've got backup. But here come the Obers that can make things very difficult. Meanwhile, Kimbo, Raketenwerfer in the centre, largely uncountered to an MG and an anti-tank tank. Bren, MG, they've got that locked down, that's for certain. Look at that Raketenwerfer, it was uncountered by everything there. It was able to capture the victory point with room to spare. IS-2's back in battle, that's not good news for Rutra. Meanwhile, his Jagdpanzer, being countered by that hero Raketenwerfer from Kimbo, Veterancy 3. Pintle Mountain does take it out in the end, though. Victory point over here is, of course, in a great position. That must have been ISG smoke, I guess. Most likely. There it is, indeed. IS-2 could finish the job here. 122mm cannon. Oh, it hit the victory point, but Land Mattress Fire polished off the squad regardless. What a tense battle. This is 78 victory points to 26. 2 Su-85s in a perfect position to finally punish the Jagdpanzers should they be lent that opportunity.
Field reports indicates the enemy is left with only
Su-85, get the kill on the Panther.
has been lost
The commander, his body sent rigid.
on the line.
Early rigor mortis, clearly. The Jagdpanzer looking for an early shot there from Cloak. Very desperation shot there. You don't usually reveal yourself to 2 Su-85s unless it's a situation critical situation.
Orders complete. We heard you.
Vickers capping the northern victory point. Elsewhere in the south, Numbers is mobilizing. Let's check out his army. Actually has the Sherman Firefly now. Interesting. It's finally stopped building Cromwells. We'll go through the full stat screen at the end of the game, by the way. Just in case you're wondering. Combat engineers, who've mostly been on blowtorch duty recently. Bad shot there by the IS-2. I think it was technically still moving. Oh, Panther's going for a flank on the Su-85. Gets it. Raketenwerfer's also.
The enemy has destroyed one of our
Jagdpanzer could force away the IS-2 here. Command Panther still on the assault. Bad camera work. Takes out the other Su-85. Meanwhile, the Cromwells, they need to do something big because Kimbo's losing a lot in the north. Jagdpanzer on the assault, as is the Command Panther. Could take out the IS-2. Desperate situation for Kimbo. Vet 2, IS-2. But look at this. It doesn't matter because he got 2 MG guns. What you know on there. The northern victory point. Elsewhere, by the way, they have the southern victory point. The Axis have fallen into the trap of concentrating on countering the vehicles, it seems, and not given enough interest to the MG guns. All Kimbo has to do is throw both MG guns onto the point, and he'll keep this point here. Foolishly, there's been smoke generated on the central victory point. I think it must have been from the ISG there. GG, well played by Dzaraa Rutra. And GG from Kimbo Mad Slice. As all 4 players deserve a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. You have to absolutely clap your hands there. That was a fantastic game. And I will now unveil the stats so you can all appreciate what happened. You can see that Kimbo lost a lot, Rutra lost a lot, but Numbers just kept his point, and he was so consistent. In terms of KD, obviously Kimbo, the Soviet player, went negative, but must be said Rutra didn't have the best display there. I actually thought Dzaraa had a few moments of weak micro, but he might have been tired, I expect. Perhaps Rutra went exactly 1 on the KD. This is... whose position is that? That is Dzara's stats. He had Raketenwerfer for his best unit. Rutra had the Jagdpanzer, which was a hero. Kimbo had the Su-85, which was great. He built. He did kind of lose 6 of them though. And Numbers had, of course, the Cromwell. He built 6 of them. Just to see how many vehicles he built in total. He built 3 Centaurs, lost 3. 9 Cromwells, lost 6. He built 13 tanks and lost 9. Oh my god. 11 tanks built for Kimbo, he lost 10. Rutra, he built 11, lost 6. I think that counts trucks as well, to be honest, I don't know. And then the most consistent player on their team for tanks was clearly Dzaraa, and he didn't lose as much. But thank you for watching Strategic Zoomcast. And please subscribe to all my other shit. You probably haven't made it this far in the video, but if you have, give it a shout out and comments that you made it all the way to like minute 10, 1 hour 10 minutes or something, whatever how long this video is. And hope you have a pleasant week. See you later.